Connor, just going through this particular clip, had a look through quite a few, and one thing that we could work on is your variation in your surfing. Um, Variation doesn't necessarily have to mean different maneuvers, although that's the preferred option. It can actually mean little changes within the same maneuvers you're doing. So just keep that in mind as we go through this clip. I'll just play it through and have a look at your surfing. So. Okay, so you'd have to, agree that it's a little bit just repetitive. So we'll go through slow-mo and we'll talk about a few things here. So nice deep takeoff. Bottom turn is good, and really what I like about this first maneuver is it's high and tight, and consequently you throw heaps of spray. So there's the spray you've thrown up through there. If I take you back, get rid of that for a sec, take you back a few frames, you've driven up through here fairly high and tight, boards, maybe not 12 o'clock, but certainly up at an angle. I guess a slight improvement would be to bring it up to here, and that would have occurred from driving a little bit deeper off the bottom. When I move on to a few more frames, the fact that you've squared up towards the beach through that turn is what we're talking about. Back into here, looks really nice. And now the spray is, well, it's not that big, but it's pretty big. So moving on a little bit more for you, off the bottom again, and let's have a look at this turn. Okay, so I'll go back a few frames. And what I'm talking about here is, let's see if there's any variation in that maneuver, because it's once again it's bottom to top turn, and so we really need to be some sort of variation. So in this case here, you're throwing heaps of spray again. Technique is really good. What I like about this is the variety here is that you've actually thrown the tail. And so throwing the tail here, again your board back pointing this way, is showing the judges that you are capable of doing that one, but also there's variation, and it makes the surfing more interesting. So that's really good that you can actually come up with that variation. And then going through some more clips here, as you come back around and clip the white water, go to the bottom again. I'll just let it run out a bit. Off the bottom this time. Let's see what happens this time. So that time, there's a little bit of a slide of the tail, not quite as much, but once again it's still bottom to top turn. Okay, so what we're talking about here is looking for variety here, and if you continue to just do those bottom top turns, bottom to Rio, that's fine, but you have to really make sure you're throwing those variations in there. So one thing you could have possibly done there was on your third turn, done perhaps a wraparound cutty, and just change that variation slightly. So it's only a minor thing. Your surfing technique is excellent. The fact that you're throwing your tail, sliding into that little reverse, I love that. That's really good. That's unique. That's exactly what we want to see happen on waves. And then perhaps if the third turn was something different, and it could have been like a little roundhouse cutty or a wraparound cutty, just something that would just change it up a little bit. That would also got you deeper and possibly allowed you to do something with that last section. Okay, so just think about that. Hope that helps you.